I've tested 13 juicers from $750 to $140, and the question I get asked the most is, do you really need a high-end juicer, or will something cheap do the trick? To answer that question, I'll show you exactly which juicer is the best in every price range, what happens when you buy an expensive one versus a cheap one, and a hack to afford any machine you want. By the end, you'll have everything you need to save money and make a decision. So buying a juicer is a lot like looking for a house or apartment. You don't just pick the first place you visit. That'd be stupid, right? Instead, you check out multiple homes in different price ranges and then pick the best one. Well, a juicer isn't any different. The problem is doing proper research takes days, sometimes weeks, and reviews are misleading because you're getting a limited perspective. The reviewer didn't spend $5,000 testing 13 machines side by side, so they have no clue how it compares. Luckily, I've done all that hard work for you. We'll start with the top picks from most expensive to least expensive. This is the Heram H400, and there are a few reasons why this is one of my favorites. The first is that you've got this hopper where you can drop whole fruits and vegetables. There's no chopping into tiny pieces and no babysitting, so you just load it, flick the switch, and go read a book, answer emails, or fold laundry. But nowadays, most juicers come with a hopper, so that's not what makes this machine special. The real reason you pay extra for this machine is the easy clean technology. Most juicers use stainless steel juicing screens, and you've got to scrub them like a second set of teeth. But with the H400, the auger pulls apart into two pieces, you rinse it, and you're done. And that easy clean auger is the thing that keeps me juicing on days where I get really lazy. Other things I love about this machine is the juice quality is top notch. They always come out rich, vibrant, and packed with nutrients. Plus, it makes sorbets with no extra attachments. Heram used to skimp on the warranty, but now it comes with a 15-year on both the motor and the parts. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. For a high-end machine, you'd think it'd be perfect. It's not. First, the Easy Clean auger does leave more pulp in your glass, so only get this juicer if you don't mind a bit extra pulp. Second, the pulp container is built into the back of the machine, so for big batches of juice, it can fill up fast, and when it's full, it can potentially push pulp into your juice. Third, the spout cap can drip even when you close it, so you're gonna have to let it drip for an extra minute or wipe it down with a cloth. I'm not one to sweat the small details, but at this price, come on, Heram, please fix the cap. Other than that, this is a top tier juicer and I love it. At the time of this video, it's $750, but you can save money on every juicer in this video by clicking the links in the description below, plus it helps support the channel. The next juicer hits the sweet spot between high-end and mid-range pricing. This is the Nama J2. Like the H400, it's got a hopper where you can load it and walk away, but it doesn't come with any Easy Clean auger. Instead, it uses a stainless steel juicing screen. Now, the main benefits of that is that you get ultra low pulp and better yields. That helps you squeeze out more juice and save more money on groceries. How do I know this? I've tested every juicer with the same amount of celery, ginger, oranges, and leafy greens. It was close, but the J2 beat the H400 in pretty much every category except for celery. The juice quality is great, but what I really love about the J2 is that their approach is different. Many juicing companies think that they need to launch a new juicer every 2 years. Nama's been improving this juicer since 2021, so weird quirks like a leaky juice cap just don't exist. It was the first juicer with a hopper, and they continue to find ways to make it better with add-ons. You can get a big hopper to save time while making even larger batches of juice. There's a citrus add-on to make 5 cups of OJ in 5 minutes without having to clean the entire machine. And these juice bottles are some of the best I've tried to date. According to Google, the J2 is probably the best selling juicer in the US right now, and that's why you see so many companies trying to copy them. And instead of these companies coming up with a better design, they just half-ass it and then drop the price. It's tempting to save a buck, but you're gonna really miss out, and I'll show you why later. Now, there was one thing about the J2 I didn't like. You do get ultra low pulp and a better yield, but you've got to scrub the stainless steel juicing screen. What's nice is they give you a giant brush instead of one of those small toothbrushes, so you can get the job done faster. Apart from that, the J2 is one of my favorites, and at the time of this video, it's $600. My mid-range winner is the Nama J3. This is a portable version of the J2. The only difference is that it doesn't have a large hopper or a hole in the top, so it's slower when it comes to batch juicing. Now, normally when you shrink juicers, you have to use smaller motors with less torque, which means they don't extract as much juice. But what's crazy is that when I tested this against the J2, the yield was pretty much the same. The only downside is that it can be slightly prone to more clogs. I haven't found that to be the case, but it makes sense given its size. The other issue is that sometimes pulp can create like a tight seal between the auger and the juicing screen, making it hard to pull out. Other than that, you get J2 performance for $100 less, and you still get that 15-year warranty, so solid pick, and the price right now is $520. Now, here's where things get a little tricky. Once you get below that $500 price range, you see a steep drop off in quality And believe me, I know that it hurts paying that much money for a juicer, but I've tested the cannoli C16, Costco juicers, and just about every Amazon knockoff you can think of in the $100 to $400 range, and all of them felt like plastic toys versus the juicers I just showed you. The only one that's passable is called the Ninja Neverclog. The big difference here is that other machines are vertical masticating or cold press juicers that work with gravity to extract the juice. This one uses technology from a decade ago that has to travel horizontally, so it's not the most efficient. It also uses a feed chute, so you'll have to spend 10 to 15 minutes chopping up your produce into tiny pieces and then feeding it one by one. And I won't lie, that feels tedious when you can just dump your ingredients with juicers like the Nama or the Heram. The warranty is only 1 year, and this juicer starts at $150. So can you get away with the cheap one? Well, here's what I found. When you spend less than 500 bucks, you get a 1-year warranty instead of a 15-year. More chopping, more clogs, more pulp, more noise, and less juice. Hey, but you save 400 bucks up front, right? Nope, you actually spend thousands more. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you click this video, you'll see exactly why. Plus, you'll learn a simple trick to afford almost any juicer like the J2 for $86 up front.